Hey, what's up YouTube, Dubstar930. I decided to make a quick video. I am actually extremely tired because it's late. I've been studying all day and I think I caught the flu, but there's been a lot of news in the last day and a half, so I figured I should fill you guys in regardless of how I feel. So just quickly I'll go through everything. The company Maximus released a new LT firmware for their product. So it says briefly, we have released the Lizard Toolbox file set containing the LTPlus 2.0 firmware for Samsung, BenQ, and LiteOns, as well as a new SD file pack for the standalone mode. I'll put a link to their website so you can check it out. Xkey, which is a DVD game emulator for the Xbox 360, also released an update for their product. So if you have that, there's an update, so check into that. Wasabi 360, if you're not familiar with what that is, it's actually just like Xkey. It's an emulator which allows you to play Xbox 360 ISO files off of your hard drive. It came out with a huge thing. I'm not going to read through all of it. I'll just kind of sum it up for you guys. But pretty much they're stating that they've seen things about different companies saying, oh, these emulators are safe to play online, and they're coming out right now stating that as of right now, you should be able to play online with their emulators, but there's definitely a huge chance that Microsoft will release a ban wave like they do, and if you're using this emulator, that your console will be banned. So they just stated this huge thing just so that they're not taking responsibility. They're letting you know up front. So, and they also, looks like they came out with the new firmware as well as a USB to SATA adapter, which is going to be selling for $10. I'll put that in there. What else? It says the iXtreme firmware is coming to the Slim LiteOn. Should be coming this weekend, so that's another thing. One big thing that I just came across right now is that there is actually a rebooter in process right now that's being developed. If you don't know what that is, on a JTAG it'd be the same thing as Freestyle Dash. It's going to allow you to boot into a hack dashboard where you can run XCX menu, boot games, play your emulators, do all types of different things, run your patches. So it would pretty much be just like the other exploit, the JTAG. So briefly it says, thanks to Tech Basement for bringing this to my attention. RG Loader is in development in order to run a hacked 13.599 kernel. Follow their progress on WikiLeaks, or not WikiLeaks, but Wiki here, or join their IRC channel. So I'll leave you guys a link so you can look into it. I don't know how legitimate this news is, but you can look into it and be the judge of it yourself. But hopefully it's something serious, and hopefully it won't be too much longer before there's a rebooter, because that would be awesome. So Slims are going to be able to be pretty much just like JTAGs. You can do all types of ridiculous badass stuff on them. So that's that. I think that's about it for news when it comes to Xbox modding and hacking. I decided that I would talk about briefly reballing and reflowing, the differences, because someone asked me in a comment and I didn't feel like typing it all out, so I figured I'd explain. But pretty much, when you're reflowing an Xbox 360 or reflowing anything in general, you're heating up the solder under the chip, which causes the solder balls, because there's tons of little solder balls or BGA balls under the chip, it's causing them to melt and go back together, because what happens is over time the solder balls become weakened and bristled because they're lead free, and lead free is weak, so they crack and eventually separate, and that's what gives you the red ring of death. So when you're reflowing, you're just heating up the chip to the point where, well, you're supposed to be heating up to the point where it reaches its liquid stage and is an accurate reflow, but a lot of people that say they're doing reflows don't really know when they're reflowing or not, so you can't really say like, oh yeah, he's reflowing it the right way. So the only way you really know is by using a thing called thermocouples, which actually will tell you exactly the temperature of the motherboard, the temperature of the chip, so you'll know right away when you've hit the lead-free solder melting point. And then when it comes to reballing is a lot more tedious, the process, it takes a lot longer, and also if you want to get it done, it's a lot more expensive. But when you're reballing, you're actually completely removing the chip, cleaning up the board, cleaning up the chip, and replacing the lead-free solder balls, the hundreds of balls, with leaded solder, then you're reflowing it back on the board. So once you replace it with leaded solder, if it's successful, the reball, then your console should last a lot longer, because I mean, lead-free, depending on how much you play, depending on how much you take care of it, but leaded solder is in my opinion, double or triple times better than lead-free. But the reason why the consoles like the PS3 gets the yellow light of death and the Xbox 360 gets the red ring of death is because they use lead-free solder. But the thing is, you can talk shit as much as you want about, oh, Microsoft's a piece of shit for their red ring and Sony's this and that, but sure, they could have designed their Xboxes better, their PS3s better to handle more cooling, you know, more airflow. But the thing is, regardless, there's a law that was passed a long time ago where lead is actually illegal in electronics because it's cancerous. So they have to use lead-free. It's not like it's their choice. They have to use lead-free solder. And regardless of how much precautions they take, because the CPU and GPU are putting out such intense graphics, like back in the day, I have a PS2, I've had it for like 7-8 years, and it's still running strong, because since then the graphics have upped so much to HDMI, you know, to 1080p, that it's just wearing and tearing on the Xbox and the PS3. And because kids are playing them non-stop, you know, like my brother plays PS3, if he could, he'd play 13 hours a day, but for a long time he had it on just non-stop, and it's a lot of wear and tear on the console, plain and simple. So that's the difference between a reflow and a reball. What else? I bought paint today. I was actually painting a case. I'm kind of pissed because I was trying to find a charcoal gray and a kind of light blue for the console I was painting, but I went to Ace Hardware and all they had was a dark blue and like a tan. It's not even really gray, it's more like a tan. So I mean, it looks okay, but it's nothing special. I'm not really loving it, but I mean, I'm happy with it. I will show you guys the paint I used and the primer I used, and I'll show you guys actually how to paint a case from what I've been taught and what I heard is the best way, but not tonight because I'm really tired and I just wanted to, like I said, fill you guys in. So hopefully there'll be more news in the next couple days. And I'm still working on this little, you couldn't see the other video, I don't know where this webcam stops at, but it's a little switch for the fans. I am actually making progress on it, so hopefully I can have a tutorial for that in the next maybe couple days or so. It just depends, because with school and all that, I'm so busy with studies and homework that I don't really get a chance to do as much as I'd like. Also, this is exciting. On Friday, I'm actually going to LA to pick up a test kit I found off Craigslist. It's a 2007, almost 2008 manufacture date. It's a Zephyr motherboard with whatchamacallit, sidecar. So I don't know if it works. He doesn't know if it works. He said he bought it from a garage sale, but I mean, if it's a 2008 and I looked at the condition on it, it looks really good. I'm hoping for the best, so I'll let you guys know about that. So we'll see how that goes, but that's about it. I gotta go because I gotta go print out homework and I gotta go to sleep. I'm tired, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, like I always do, I will post the links for all the good stuff in the description so you guys can take a look at it and research it more yourselves. Alright? Alright, well, this is Dopestar930. Thank you for watching as always. Thank you for your feedback. I got some feedback on my other video about some questions I had, which is awesome. I really appreciate it, you guys. It's cool to have you guys being active and, you know, returning the favor for the information I dish out. So, alright, well, Dopestar930, and I am out. Peace.